You're not going to believe this. Yesterday, I woke up and my ketones were zero point 0.9, which was a lot less than I had anticipated because the day before they were at 2.1. And so I was thinking when I woke up yesterday morning, I couldn't wait to jump out of bed and test my blood because I thought my ketones were at least going to be at 2.1. If not, I had dreams of it being higher, and it was at 0.9. And I gotta tell you, it took me a couple of hours to get over it. I was like all in my head about it, like what? Because I literally had the same macros from Thursday to Friday. I almost had the identical meal, certainly in the percentage of protein, percentage of fat, the percentage of carbohydrates, which was 1%. Like I had literally the same macros from day to day. And then my ketones went from 2.1 to 0.9. And then this morning I wake up and I got to tell you, I laid in bed for like 30 minutes, just in my head about it. Like, I'm going to go I know when I get up, I'm going to test my blood. And I'm like, what possibly are going to be the numbers? Because I was a little bit like, seriously, here we go again. Like, if it's lower than 0.9, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I go and I test my blood and 2.9. They shot up from 0.9 to 2.9. They went from 2.1 to 0.9 to 2.9 over 3 days with identical macros or identical meal percentages. Like the protein was the same percentage, the fat was the same percentage, carbohydrates was the same percentage. And it's wild. Let me show it to you in real time here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is, let me pull this down so we can see. Okay. So this is, let me break this a little bigger. This is what I'm talking about. I was at 2.1 on March 5th. On March 6th, I dropped to 0.9. And then today I woke up and it was 2.9. And if you look at my glucose was 92 to 104 to 79. Or no, that's 79. No, that was a later reading. So it went from 92 to 104 to 84 to 84 this morning. What a crazy, crazy shift, right? And I know that the lesson here is to obviously not panic, right? Like this is a long game. It's not a short game. In fact, I got to tell you that let me get myself back in the frame here. One of the things, there's something that I heard a long time ago that is kind of resonating with me right now. And that is that it's easier to weigh a bowling ball than it is to weigh a marble. I don't know if that resonates with you, but it certainly resonates with me because the bowling ball analogy is like I'm always looking at the scale. I'm stepping on the scale and I'm seeing real numbers in real time, and it's making, for the most part, sense to me. But at the mitochondria or my metabolism, what word am I looking for? At the metabolic level, it seems like I'm trying to weigh marbles, and it's very nuanced. And although I get a say in what I'm eating, and I'm doing my best to really keep strict track of what I'm eating, what I'm consuming, and trying to do the 20% protein and 80% fat, my body also has a say, right? Like it also is dictating or using whatever I give it, plus whatever it's taking from my body, and doing its own thing. And for me to be getting all upset, all kind of in my head about one number on a random Friday morning just kind of seems ridiculous in retrospect. And so, I think that's the big lesson here. The big lesson here is if you know what you're doing, and I know what I'm doing, like 0.9 is a steady ketosis. I know what my goal is. My goal is to have my protein down to 85 grams or around 85 grams to make up only 20% of my overall calories, 80% to be from fat. Try to reduce my carbohydrates to as low as possible, at least under 20 in keto. following a keto diet, it's less than 20 grams. Of course, I'm usually less than 5 grams. If I have some sauteed onions in my life, that sometimes happens. But otherwise, I really, or there's protein. I mean, there's carbohydrates in egg yolk. So, of course, that's part of it. But which reminds me, somebody did reach out and ask me about how I pre-track. And I'm going to do that in a separate video. I'll show you how when I'm preparing my meal, the first thing I do is I go, okay, what am I having for a protein? And then I add that protein, and then I add the quantity of that protein until I'm up to 85% or 85 grams of protein. Then I go, okay, that's how much. Like last night, I wanted to have 9 ounces of protein, 9 ounces of a ribeye. Well, I ordered an 18-ounce ribeye, from the restaurant. I'm going to have the other 9 ounces today. I ordered 18 ounces of ribeye from the restaurant, and I simply cut it in half. I'm like, all right, so there's 9 ounces. I didn't need a scale. All right, if it's 18-ounce ribeye, I'm going to trust them. Cut it in half. There's 9 ounces. That's what I ate last night. But then once I get that 85 grams of protein, then I just start adding fat. I'm adding butter, I'm adding egg yolks, I'm adding MCT8 oil, I'm adding, whatever it is, heavy cream to make sure that my ratio is 80-20. I'm more interested in the number of grams of protein that I get and the ratio being 80-20 than I am overall calories. But I also am trying to shoot for about 2,000 calories a day, between 1,800 and 2,000 calories. I weigh 185 pounds. I'm 6 foot tall, and I'm pretty active. I ran a half marathon this morning. And by the way, I talked about it yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, because the big question is, I get a lot of people asking me, a lot of people in the comments are saying, 85 grams of protein is not enough. And listen, I hear you. That my whole life, I have been told that you need 1 gram of protein per ideal body weight in order for strong muscles. And I'm also telling you with peace and love, I'm not seeing evidence of that. I'm seeing actually the opposite is true with me. That might mean because I'm still overweight, because I still have 20, 30 pounds to lose. It might mean, I don't know. You know what else I should do? So I should do a fitness test. I should go ahead and just go max out with a couple of things and then have a starting point so that then going forward I can go, all right, am I getting stronger or at least maintaining my strength? Because what I don't want to do is lose strength. And that's what people are commenting. They're like, you're going to start losing strength if you keep on this low protein. So maybe I should start measuring that too, because I'm the experiment here. I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to do the try because I want to do the right thing. If more protein is appropriate for me, I'm adding protein. Right? Like I want to do what's right by me. So with peace and love, hope you're finding this helpful. Let's see what we're going to have tomorrow. Again, today I'm going to hit 85 grams of protein. I'm going to do 80-20 for the fat. Same as I did yesterday. I'm literally going to go have the ribeye I had yesterday. I'm going to go have eggs or egg yolks with butter and MCT oil and heavy cream. So it should be the same tomorrow as it is today, but I don't know. Louise also, because I was talking to her about it this morning, and I was like, I don't understand this. She also wonders, and I don't know the answer, if coffee has an impact. I have no idea, but I didn't drink a lot of coffee yesterday, but I do normally drink like 4, 5, 6 cups of coffee because I enjoy it. Black, but I do drink 4, 5, 6 cups, and I usually have coffee after dinner as well, after I eat, because I like it. So is that playing a role? Could it be playing a role? I don't know. Everything is examinable in my world. So hope you're finding this helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, have any thoughts, any concerns, anything that you're like, hey, you should try this. Tell me. I'm willing to try anything. All right. See you later.